I woke up alone, covered in darkness, my heart pounding as I asked myself, Am am I I don't want to. Where in the world am I? That the stars are this close to me. The stars go on forever, and it's honestly gorgeous, but as beautiful as this place is, something isn't right here. I need to try and find someone. Anyone. I won't be able to figure out where I am all by myself, or who I even am. And if I'm... Right now, my only option is to find a way out of here, or someone to help me. That is, if someone is even out there. Suddenly, these strange blobs attack me. I have no choice but to defend myself, but what are these, and where am I? As I'm continuing forward, I see something strange. Two of the figments fighting one of its own. Just as I think it can't get any weirder, the two figments transform into Pokemon? These things are just like me, and now I'm filled with even more questions than ever. There is one positive note, however. Now that I know they are Pokemon, I can copy their moves and use it to my advantage. Ugh. I actually did it. I don't know what got into those things, but at the very least, I'm still fine. I'm fine. Just fine. Realistically, though, who am I convincing? I'm lost, tired, an amnesiac. What fun. Nothing about this is in the slightest bit okay, and the worst part is that I don't know what I could even do now. I don't get it. Why does any of this have to happen? Just as I ask myself this question, the overwhelming anxiety and dread overflows within me. I need help, but who would help something so worthless, so useless, a waste of space like me? No one is coming to help because no one cares. I should just jump off into the abyss, right? Just then, I hear someone calling out for help. What are you? Not to offend you or anything, it's just, you don't look like anything I've seen before is what I would say, but... You can help me, right? Though weak you are in aura and posture, I sense something potent within you. I beg of you, make me feel better, please. Please, I know you have it in you. You must heal me. This cannot be my destiny. But I don't know how. Why? Why don't you? I know you can do it. You're just not trying hard enough. Please, hurry up. I don't know what came over me, but seeing this creature so desperate made me realize we're in the exact same position, and I couldn't help but reach out. But when I did, it transformed into this weird doll and was as happy as it could ever be. Did I do this? And if so, how? And then it began to comfort me as if, well, we both needed it. Well, I do wish you could be as glad as I could be, but maybe someday, you know? Oh, you doing okay? Anything I can do to help? A hug, maybe? You're not looking so hot. That hug brought out emotions I haven't felt in a long time. I felt happy, wanted. And as this creature we now know as Amber convinced me that I should use this power on all Pokemon around the world to make them feel better too. I felt more than anything else, useful. With newfound confidence, our journey began. Amber and I traveled around the world, saving these Pokemon, one by one, making each and every one of them happier. Amber's praise made me feel like I finally found a purpose and something to look forward to in life. More and more Pokemon were added to the collection of cheerful dolls, and as they no longer needed their current world, we built a place for them, which was rightfully named Paradise. I have reason to believe that finally, progress will be made concerning the remaining 3 Pokemon. Amber has recently begun rallying up the resident dolls to try and exchange info. Given that only a species is what I need for simple research, I am certain that it is only a matter of time before someone reveals a crucial clue. Looking for information on the last 3 Pokemon to be liberated, I ask around and one of the townsfolk informs me that one of these Pokemon hates water and buries itself underground. Now I know what you're thinking, it's gotta be Diglett, right? Wrong. After further reviewing the doll's notes, Diglett has no information about water. However, Sandshrew has multiple entries that state it hates water and burrows underground. So, it has to be Sandshrew. Now that we have a target, Amber and I head over to our longtime friend Hollow, but you two haven't been acquainted yet, have you? Hollow appeared randomly in the town one day. We don't know how or why, but we do know that it has the ability to locate any species in the world and teleport us into their minds, as long as we know that Pokemon's name. Pretty hopeful, right? So I enter Sandshrew's name and Hollow begins the teleportation. Oh, and about this whole teleporting into their mind thing, it's pretty wild, but we actually appear in their memories. Here, it's better if I just show you. Amber came up with the idea of calling these worlds Remember Places, and Sandshrew's Remember Place appears to be a house. Inside the kitchen, we find Sandshrew's dad, who requests we steal back the food that was stolen from the rats in the attic. It seems Sandshrew's dad believes we're his son, as does all of the family members in the house. They all think I'm Sandshrew and have various tasks for me to complete around the house. For example, his mom asking us to take a bath on the freshly cleaned and slippery floor. After a very reasonable amount of time, I finally made it to the bathtub, and I expected to be met with praise from Sandshrews' mom, but then suddenly... You slipped again? Even after all these years trying to raise you, you still fail us? Not being a good battler is one thing, but being that clumsy is just unbelievable. What are we gonna do with you? What was that? Why was she suddenly so rude to us? But it wasn't just her. After helping Sandshrew's dad, he was at first thankful, but then began to belittle us and even threaten to hit us. Fetch some food in that cave. Simple enough, right? Yet no. Not only did you not bring back anything, but you lost some of our items? Come here, I'll teach you a lesson you won't forget. According to Amber, it seems we're going through Sandshrew's home life as he did. Or at least, what he wanted it to be. And then suddenly we get snapped into the reality of a harsh and cruel home environment. They were relentless, and they aimed for the heart with the intent to cause as much misery as possible. This poor Sandshrew wants so badly to be loved by their family, but no matter how hard they try, they insult and belittle him as if they were worthless. How could Sandshrew, or anyone for that matter, take abuse like this and keep going? But that's what Amber and I are here for, to take him away from this cruel reality and bring him to paradise, where he can be a part of our happy family. Stop! Stay back, or you... What's wrong? Are you okay? It's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here to help. Just hold still for a second. No. I know who you are. What you do. What you've done. To everyone I know. Oh, then that makes it much easier. I'm here to turn you into a doll, yes, but it isn't anything bad. You'll be saved. Happy forever. And it won't hurt at all. I promise, okay? I don't care about that. I don't care about any of that. Whether you're lying or not. Just give me my family back, please. Your family? I don't know who they are, exactly. I've saved a lot of Pokemon, but in your Remember Place just now, I must have seen some of them there. But they didn't seem nice at all. You're sure you really miss them? What are you talking about? Of course I do. I'd do anything just to see them again. They were always there for me, no matter how much I annoyed or disappointed them all. You'd never know what that feels like. My family has done so much for me, to the point where I can't ever repay them. They mean so much to me. They're irreplaceable. Not a day has gone by that I haven't missed everyone in our antics. Feels like it's been forever, but I'll never forget what they always said to me. You know you're better than this. Why do you keep acting up? Cut it out. Get up. And usually, what they said hurt me. But I know it was for the best. I know, no matter what they said to my face or behind my back, they had to love me. They were my family. All I ever wanted All I ever had. I know they love me. I know. I know. Because we were family. You took them away from me. I can't do anything without them. At least, let me see them before you... I'm sorry, Sandshrew, but nobody should have to go through that. Don't worry. You don't ever need to feel sad again. We'll take you to our paradise, where you'll have a family that actually loves you, and you can be happy with us. Forever. Did we do the right thing? His life around him was miserable, yet he still found a way to be happy. If anything, I envy Sandshrew, and I wish I could have the same perspective as him. But our journey isn't over quite yet. The townsfolk have another clue as to what one of the last two Pokemon might be. A Pokemon that is only weak to Fairy. Now, I'm not great with the type chart, but I do know that there are two Pokemon who only have Fairy as a weakness. So we go back to our lovely friend Hollow and enter one in. And a match was found. Well, ready for round two? As I'll ever be. Oh, come on. That's not the same thing as saying yes to my face. You sure about this? Seriously. Yeah, why wouldn't I be? Don't forget, I'm the one who insisted that we finish this as soon as possible. I think you might be a bit confused. Pushing yourself to do something doesn't mean you're ready for any of it. Now, I know we're trying to do a dark psychological horror game here, but these people want me to find 108 souls. So I'm not showing you any of that because, I'll be honest, it took me way longer than it should have. We're just gonna skip right to our encounter with Spiritomb. How cruel can you be?
Lock us up in this damn prison.
You, harbinger of dissociation.
You dare to bring us together again.
Must you torture us as such?
What's in it for you?
Please tell me you can understand what they're saying. I'm in the dark as much as you are.
And who are you addressing, in fact?
Are you split at the seams as we are? Or perhaps...
Is the invisible spirit lurking in these halls, just like us?
Here, or perhaps you've lost your mind. Has your so-called duty driven you mad? If so...
You don't leave us in the dark.
Spiritomb, listen. I'm here for one reason, and one reason only. To make you happy forever. Trying to fight me is pointless. You lie, we have bore witness to your actions. That so-called happiness is not the kind we are thinking of. And how do you know that? Did all 108 of you collectively agree?
Quite the opposite.
We can barely think straight.
But does our state invalidate our words?
Let me help. Please. Your voice is struggling to gain control. The things you see inside your head, just let them all go for a second. Can you do that? If so, then that'll make this much easier. Can I do that?
Naturally, I can do that. Of course I can.
But we
will never listen to you.
We only serve our own desires. And what are they? Are they all the same? All the Pokemon I've seen back there. Are they all of you? That is not...
Yes.
We are. But what does that matter? We are one. Not yet. But it's okay. You will be. This will only take a second. The struggle of many voices will never burden you again. You're whole now. You can rest easy. With another Pokemon saved, while they didn't necessarily want to join us, it had to have been for the best, right? They're happy, right? Still, there's just one Pokemon left, and we got a tip that this Pokemon is a fairy flying type. And there's only one evolutionary line that fits that description, so after a couple attempts, we found our last Pokemon. This is by far the most peaceful and cheerful looking remembered place we've ever been in. All we did was meet some of Togetic's friends and help them with small tasks. Munchlax wants a Zapple, Litwick wants a friend.
I yearn for the delicate texture of mud.
Mankey wants some nuts? No pause. And then finally they led us to Togetic's sleeping area. After awakening, Togetic was surprised to see us and claimed they already knew who we were and what we were here for. They then welcomed us to coffee before we commenced, which is strange. Usually Pokemon put up a bit of a fight before being liberated. So what brings you here? I thought you already knew. Oh, right, stupid question, sorry. You can tell I'm not really used to this sort of thing anymore. Coffee breaks? Not what I meant, but yeah, by extension. I meant more of just talking, in general. It's not like the Pokemon you saw back there are any company too. I thought they seemed nice. Is there anything bad about them? The opposite, actually. They're wonderful. It's just, they remind me too much of what life was like for me before. Them not really being real stings too. But they really were the best friends I could have ever asked for. You found them, right? My friends? Outside of this place, I mean? I've had you by now, yes. You're the last Pokemon, actually. Wow, really? That's amazing. Thank you, thank you. There's got to be something I can do to repay you. Anything at all? I won't take no for an answer at all. I'm the happiest Pokemon. I'm basically obligated to help you feel good. Let me help you. Just like you've helped my friends out. There's just one thing, yeah. Just please close your eyes. Right now? Does doing this make you happy? Yes. That's good. It should make you happy. Having the power to help others. Just a little word to the wise. That isn't always enough. For you, I mean. Speaking from experience. My eyes are closed. We'll take you back to your friends. You won't be alone anymore. You'll have the entire world with you. In paradise. Hey. Glad to see you're finally up, but... Would you rather me asleep? Because I think it'd be better that way too. I just can't seem to do it. Along with, well, things in general, you know? I don't know, no. You've never mentioned this before. I wonder why that is. You know, I do actually wonder. Haven't I made it clear before that you could talk to me about anything? I'm sorry. Sorry isn't what I need. But that's the thing. You shouldn't need anything. All I had to do was make everyone happy. And for the most part, I think I've done okay. But for some reason, I'm still the same. So being around me won't make you happy. I don't think I'll ever be as happy as you or anyone else in the world. I don't know why. I really wish I did, but I can't turn myself into a doll. What are you hoping to get out of this? I promise you, nothing good will come from it. And how do you know that? It is the weight I am honored to carry. My own remember place. What could possibly be in here? Puzzles. Many floors of puzzles. There's nobody here. What do you mean? Don't we count as somebody's? I know you're just trying to stay positive. I know. But I don't know. I've been willing to accept a lot of things just for the sake of being happy. Or, no, I think I've been willing. Have I? I guess it really hasn't worked either way. For me. And for you, seeing as you're here with me, right? Amber? Amber, come on. What are you doing? Amber, what's wrong? This isn't the time to be playing around. You are absolutely correct. Who's there? Is that you? Hollow? You've grown quite attached to that name without my permission, it seems. But I am not designed to hold silly opinions. Yes, that is me. I bid you welcome to our Remember place. Ours? But then you... my... That doesn't matter now. Amber, help me. Help them. Did I not do so just now? The entity you call Amber is no more. What remains beside you is mere garbage. Garbage? No, they're not. How? Why would you do this? How would that ever help me? Do you not understand? There was no saving Amber. They had unexpectedly gone against a core rule of this world. Their happiness was dependent on an external factor. You. You make that sound like it's a bad thing. What are we supposed to do? Live in complete isolation? I could never. You and I share the same duty. You must allow the entities of this world to sustain happiness solely on their own will. You are allowed to have friends, of course, but you must not bring harm to each other, whether by action or inaction. And throughout all that has transpired, you have done what I thought was impossible. You made a doll unhappy. It's not like I was trying to. And if that was the case, then why not get rid of me? The world would be better that way. I cannot. Amber's happiness rests on your continued existence. If you were to disappear, they would never be happy again. But you already, so why not just get rid of me too? I know you can, so just get it over with, please. Allow me to rephrase. I will not do such a thing. You are to remain as you are forever. You have enlightened me to a possibility. If Amber could become unhappy, then everyone else is capable as well. So you must exist at all times. I don't get it. Why me? I know what you're saying matters, It's a big responsibility. I just can't handle it anymore. I don't think I ever could. So please, go find someone else to help. I'm done. No more. I'm sorry. I really am. Keep in mind that you cannot escape this world. You, after all, helped make it. You can only go home, where you are needed, where you belong. Okay? This was no paradise. It never was. It's a nightmare. And there's only one way to release myself, as well as everybody, from this facade. You have quite a penchant for ignorance. Did I not just say you could not escape this world? You did, and I know you're right. But I'm not running. I'm staying right here. Forever. And what of your duty? All the dolls in this world, they will wonder where you have gone. And without you, should any of them become disillusioned like Amber did, the empire you have built will fall and haunt you forever. Then they'll remember what it's like to live. Do you not wish to see any of them again? Did you not say you could not live in isolation? This isn't living. It never was. I see no reason why you can't start now. Just go home. Be with those you love. Your family. Your friends. Yourself. None of them have the kind of love I need. Then what do you need? I don't know. But it's not this. I know that much. So be it. You know yourself best. I will find a way to save you, as you have saved many others. Save. I shouldn't have ever saved anyone. What? What? What was that? What's going on? Hollow? 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 You have convinced me, Smeargle. This world is beyond saving. It was a mistake to think that this would ever work out for eternity. I, myself, am bound by a finite amount of resources and fooled myself into thinking that I could sustain myself forever, along with all of my inhabitants. Smeargle, you have my deepest apologies. I could not have been more wrong. It is finally time to end this charade. But what about everyone? What'll happen to them? Us? Nothing. In its purest form. Goodbye, and thank you. Smeargle? Amber? Who else? I'm glad you're here with me. But no, nothing. I'm just glad. Ditto. Someone had to break a 3DS for that.